This ain't no video, ain't no image, but it's more like an audio of me rambling about some bullshit that you probably don't give a damn about. But if you do, keep listening. Hey, what the hell am I talking about in this shit? Why we can't get along? I kind of sound like Rodney King, huh? If you don't know who Rodney King is, Google it. Why can't we get along? Can we get along? I was sitting around and thinking about it. I came up with something, and this shit probably makes sense, and somebody probably done talked about this shit. But I'm a young boy, so this shit just came on me, right? Pause. um, why we can't get along? The thing that came up to mind was the whole that whole test. Is it a test really? Psychologists, when you go see your shrink and all that, they bring that glass with water in it, and they ask you what you see or something, and it's like, oh, the glass is half full, oh, the glass is half empty. Everybody got their own opinion or whatever, and you might get one smart that says, you got a cup of glass right there. So what that brought to mind is that everybody has their own perspective. Everybody sees the world like differently, which is another thing I kind of learned from being being an art major for the first couple of years of my college life. It's actually not even college, throughout school of like taking art classes and whatnot. Like you start learning about different perspectives, right? How people see things. The paintings that certain artists did, Andy Warhol and all them other folks, the stuff that they did, and you show it to a bunch of other people on the streets, they're gonna be like, "What the hell is this?" And then you're gonna get the few people that's gonna be like, "Oh my God, this is amazing! This is Andy Warhol." So it's all about perspective. What made them what made them stand out was the fact that they put out their perspective. They took a canvas and put out what they see in the world or whatever. They create the image that they see on the canvas, and people like it or not. So why we can't get along? And it really comes down to perspective, right? Everybody's saying, "Oh, the glass is half empty. Oh, the glass is half full." Um, neither on that, neither answer is wrong. Both of them are right. But you will get a lot of situations in life where people will have their opinion about something, and they'll sit there and tell the other person, "Nah, you wrong. You wrong, and I don't want to hear you saying. I don't want say one god motherfucking. That. I'm fucking around now. That was my Samuel L. Jackson moment. Nah, that's not Samuel. That's fucking Pinky. Pinky from Friday or some shit. Like, say one more. Oh, say one motherfucker, I'll blow you. All right, I'm getting off track. But it was just like, yo, a lot of people they refuse to get along because they have this idea, they have their perspective on things, and they sit there saying, "Oh, I'm the one that's right. I'm the one that's right," and the other person's like, "No, I'm right. You're wrong." And it's like, when you think about it, when you like the third person watching this shit, you're like, "Wait, both of you dumb fucks are right," you know? And a lot of times people don't want to hear that shit. They want to be the one that's right. They want to build their ego and all that. So their ego a point plays a part in this whole situation of people not getting along because they want to build their ego. They want to feel like the superior one, the smart one. And you look at history, you look at how many wars been fought like over religion or some shit like that. I mean, hell, today there's still shit going on like that. Everybody's like, "Oh no, my religion is the best. Oh, my religion is the only one, the truth, the this, the that." It's like, okay, from where you're from how you was raised, the tradition, your culture, all that shit. Yeah, that's your religion to you. It's right. Cause like I spoke to a couple people and they said, yo, growing up, I didn't know any other religion existed but mine. So all I seen around me was that. So I believed that was the one and the truth. And then they come around, they come to the United States and they're like, wait, there's other religions, there's other this, there's other that. And then they started chilling back and said, wait a minute. How am I supposed to know that my religion is the one and the truth? You know what I mean? So their perspective kind of changed. So this whole getting along thing is all about a perspective. How does anybody know that their religion is the right one? Right? There's nobody to really give you an answer. It's something that you believe in. Can they give you a like some type of proof to say this is the reason why my religion is better, is the best, is the truth, is the that? Somebody else worships a statue. It's like, are you wrong? People worship. You praise whoever, whatever you want to praise, but just learn to give people their space. Stop trying to force certain things on people. Stop telling people they're wrong for what they do, right? Their perspective. Because you look at somebody like somebody who's tripping because they're on some type of drug, right? You looking at them, you're like, yo, they're crazy. But from their perspective, maybe they really see a fucking ghost chasing them or something. You know what I mean? From their in their mind, they're feeling itchy, right? Their perspective, they're itchy. They want to scratch themselves. They want to do all this other shit. But we who can't see from that same perspective as them, we sit there and be like, yo, they're crazy. And it's like, how are they crazy? Because you're not living their reality. What seems to be their reality, you're not experiencing it. And it's like this whole thing, that perspective, different perspective. We can't understand what you're going through. We can't see from the same viewpoint as you. So since we can't understand it, you're fucking crazy. We don't want to listen to you. We can't, you know what I mean? So it's like the whole perspective thing plays a role in people not getting along. Sharing, like they don't share the same ideas on certain things, so it's just immediate, like it's just automatic right there. We can't get along with you. When I like one of my boys, he's Spanish. He's Dominican, right? And my other boy, he's Haitian, right? They don't get along supposedly. They live on the same fucking island, right? It's just they create this imaginary border or some shit that separates it. This is DR, this is Haiti. Same island. Guess what? They're exposed to the same shit, right? Their world revolves around the same shit. You on an island, you go fishing, you plant shit. You are living on the same island. Whatever grows over here grows on the other side. They're eating the same fucking food, right? They're eating the same food. They just call it different by different names. It's the same fucking thing. But people want to sit there over there. They want to sit there beefing with each other. For what? Like when you sit there, you look at how much people have in common, and they still find a way to just dwell on the differences, which is so minuscule. Like the differences between us as human beings are so small. It's ridiculous how we pay the most attention to all the differences than the similarities, which is ridiculous when you sit there and think about it. Oh, this person is black, this person is white, this person is this. Oh, this person is Spanish, this person is not Spanish, this person is Chinese. Oh, this person's eyes are this person is... At the end of the fucking day, we all get affected by the same bullshit, right? Like I said in other videos, how bullet don't got no name on it. It's not designated like to only hit this group of people or whatever. Like disease and all that shit. Like none of them should give a fuck if you're this, if you're that, if you Chinese, if you. They don't. Nothing matters. Cause at the end of the day, we all have blood running through our veins. You don't see. You don't go to hospitals And they're like, oh no, the doctor we have, that's a specialist in, that's a Chinese specialist. So if you're Chinese and you've been shot, we cannot help you because the Chinese specialist doctor or whatever is not in the building right now, is off today. You don't see that shit because we all the same, right? The differences are small. Yeah, there's a lot of differences, but like they're small. Like you'll find a lot of people, different people, and all that. Like somebody might be born without a leg, might be born without this, that, da da da, or have some type of illness that most people don't have. But at the end of the day, we still people. Everything in our body is damn near positioned in the same fucking place. Like you look at the differences. Like speaking of differences, our fingerprints, they're different, right? But at the end of the fucking day, what did I just say? That sounds so fucking the same. Our fingerprints, we all have a fingerprint. Oh my god, isn't that a similarity? We all have fucking fingerprints. Yeah, they're different, but we still have fingerprints. You know what I mean? So it's like we all take a shit. We all need water to shower with. You don't go to a Mexican's house and their shower or whatever is different. Some people might want to take a bath. Some people might want to stand up and take a shower. But like everything is the same. We all need the same things to survive: shelter, food, water. Like, but people sit there dwelling on the differences, and it's just like their perspective on shit is just different, and they refuse to admit, okay, maybe I'm right and you're right. Let's stop fighting over it. Because a lot of times that's what I notice. Like people will say things, especially in relationships. You'll see that. Like you'll have a husband sitting there saying, "Oh, the wife is wrong for this and that," and then you'll talk to the wife, and the wife will be like, "Oh, the husband is wrong for doing this, for doing that." It's just like when you sit there and you listen to both, and you're like, "Wait a minute, both of you guys are wrong, and both of you guys are right." You feel me? So the husband will do something because the wife did something, but the wife didn't notice that what she did was wrong, and that's what was causing the husband to do what he did. But she'll react off of what he did, and they'll both sit there going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And you see that with a lot of, you see that in society, how people will keep going this back and forth shit. Like you look at fucking people retaliating, right? Somebody shoots this one, like gangs. Somebody shoots this gang member, the other gang, they come back and try to shoot one of theirs, and it just keeps going. It keeps going. It keeps going. It keeps going. Cause it's like, yo, you killed mine. That was wrong. I'm in pain. I'm gonna miss this. So you return the favor by doing. You basically go back and cause that same pain on that person, and that person is end up feeling the same way as you. Oh my God, this and that, and they do. They keep going. They keep going. They keep going. The wars over religion, the wars over all this other shit, just they keep going. They keep going. It doesn't occur to nobody to just be like, hold up, wait a minute. We should just stop because this shit is not gonna end. Because from that person's point of view, you're wrong, they're right, and then from that, it's just like it keeps going. Nobody wants to see nothing from the other person's eyes to see how shit is going. Because imagine if people were to do that, put themselves in the other person's shoe for real. Don't think as if, oh, if I was that person. No, let me see how that person thinks. Not if I was that person, this is how I would think. That's not really doing it. You know, and truthfully, like I really feel like the whole thing with people alone, it has to do with the perspective thing, right? Like there's a meme online of like these people talking about equality or some shit or fairness, and then they showed you three people standing on like, was it like a stool? The short person was standing on the short stool, so they're trying to look at a game or something, and there's a barrier or a wall, and the short person standing on the stool, they only seeing the wall, and you got the tallest person sitting on the tallest stool, and they could see the whole damn thing, the whole game and shit. So it's like their perspective, all of them are different, but they're all standing in the same spots basically, right? So it's like the whole thing comes down to your point of view on things. And a lot of times people will share their ideas And it's like neither one is wrong, and a lot of times neither one of them is right. You know what I mean? But they can't see the bigger picture. All they could sit there and dwell on is the negative shit, which is ridiculous. You know, people are sitting there like, oh, I'm white, I'm superior. Oh, I'm black, I'm superior. Oh, I'm this, I'm blah blah blah. It's just like we're all people at the end of the fucking day, bro. The differences don't make it. It's it's small. It shouldn't affect us that much. People living on the same fucking island, eating the same food, but they call it by different names, and it's like, oh, I'm better than that one, or I'm this and that. No. Like you look at drug addicts. To them, they're not crazy. To them, they have it under control. Or to them, when they're sitting there running around or asking for water, rolling around, screaming and shit, they're really hallucinating. They're really seeing something that you can't see. They're experiencing something that you can't experience. But that doesn't mean that they're fucking crazy and you need to like do crazy shit to them. You know what I mean? And we just need to learn how to do that shit. But it's like as soon as somebody's doing something completely off, because we can't experience it, we want to bash them and be like, fuck out of here, this and that. You look at the shit in religion, how many wars been fought over that shit. My religion is right, your religion is wrong. But it's like, what is the point of your religion? It's something that you believe in. It's something that explains your existence, right? It gives you hope. That's really the point of that shit, right? Something goes bad, you go and pray to this. You go and pray to this person, that thing, right? Isn't that the only times? That's like the only times people really go into their religion shit. When certain things is not working their way, they go into it like, oh, I need to pray more, or I need to do this more, and really that's it, right? When things ain't going their way, they start praying. Oh, I gotta pray. I got a test coming. I gotta pray. So isn't it some just for hope? So what? The other person doesn't believe in the same thing. They don't get that hope that you get from that thing or that person you worship. Let them be. Stop forcing it on them. From their point of view, that's who they feel fits to get their hope from or whatever. Let that go. But no, we want to fight. We want to do this. We want to do that. And it's like after sitting there, taking criminal justice and all that other stuff, courses, you notice like a lot of things. It's a lot of different solutions, but one alone doesn't fix all the problems. It's a combination, right? It's a combination. But you'll get politicians that'll come out and say, "Oh, my way is the best way to solve this. My way is the..." No, the other person is making sense also. But you guys are sitting there taking one thing and running with it like, yes, I'm right, I'm right. Don't listen to that other person. They're wrong, they're wrong. But the other person has supporters who believe in the idea also because it makes sense to them, right? But the shit that y'all not sitting there thinking is like, wait, so this person is saying he's gonna do this, and that person said he's gonna do that. This first person made sense. That second person made sense. How about we combine both of them shit, right? But nobody wants to do that, right? Because they want to build their ego.